Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just wanted to jump on today and pose a question to you. Can your faith carry the weight? So I know that during this time there are many, lots of people are jumping on live and videos and on the news and TV, and there's many words and thoughts about the future and about what's to come. And just praying over this, I was reminded of a time with my grandmother and realizing that she always had, her heart had a plan for my life. She had a hope and a wish for me. She had a heart towards my future. And the Spirit of the Lord reminded me that He has a heart towards our future. He has a plan for us, for our future, and that He doesn't want us to worry about tomorrow. That God, what if I told you that your future is riding on those things that God has purposed in His heart toward your life? He has a calling in this season for a change in your heart, for your faith to increase, for you to begin to trust Him and build stamina on His word. Can your faith carry the weight? So I was having a conversation recently with someone who was asking for prayer regarding several issues. It seemed like this person was having something hit them back to back, day after day. Issues regarding family members, COVID-19, their own personal illness, finances, flukes, anything that could come their way. They were getting phone calls and messages about different situations, different weights that they were having to carry. And this young lady expressed to me that her faith was failing her. And so I began to ponder and ask the Lord, why is it that when we're faced with something that many of us come to the conclusion that we can no longer stand on our faith, or that our faith has failed us, or we get to a place where we may want to blame God for what we're going through? Many of us are in the situation of Job in this day and time, where Job lost many things. He lost all his children, his cattle, his wealth, his homes. He was struck down with illness. Many things, many weights that were put on Job all at the same time that he was forced to deal with. Job even had a wife who came to him and told him to curse God because he was going through so much in that moment. But Job continued to stand on his faith. Even though things were shaky in his life, he didn't understand why. He didn't know what was going to happen next, but he refused to allow or to say that his faith was failing him. He maintained a belief, and his strength came from the Lord. So in talking to this young lady, the Lord began to reveal to me that many don't really trust me. And if they don't trust me, then their faith cannot be built up in me. Their trust in me is what builds stamina so that they can begin to carry the weights that life throws their way. Many are in a position where they feel like they're in control and they can control things, but I'm the only one that's in control. So God is telling us in this season that we have a faith issue, we have a trust issue, and we have a control issue. This conversation with this young lady reminded me of a time when I had many weights stacked up against me. I recently moved from California. I didn't have a job. I was homeless. I only had whatever money I had in my pocketbook. I was broken. I was going through a personal situation that was really devastating. I had 2 children. During this time, all this weight was stacked up against me. I was sleeping on a futon in my girlfriend's spare room. I was at a moment where I didn't know where to go or what I would do. So I spent many days, several days, crying and laying on that futon, praying and talking to the Lord and wondering what I was going to do. And day after day, my girlfriend would come into the room and she would say, Mo, you got to get up. Mo, you got to get up. Day after day. And finally, I had to clap back and tell her, girl, leave me alone. Because when I get up, I'll be up. God reminded me during those days, laying on that futon, that He had never left me. And that if I would just trust Him and allow Him to control my life, allow Him to be a lamp to my feet, to guide me in where to go to get a job, guide me in where to go to find a home, that He'd carry the weight, He'd carry the burdens for me. And I never missed a beat. I was reminded in that moment that I needed to continue to trust in the Lord, even though the weights were stacked up against me. But what happens when your faith don't carry no weight? When your faith don't carry no weight, you may buckle and you will fall. Any weight, any unexpected weight put on you that you're called to carry or to bear will tip the scales, and you'll begin to worry. You'll begin to doubt. You'll begin to have confusion in your mind about what you really believe and what it is that you really stand on. When your faith don't carry no weight, you worry about tomorrow. But the Bible tells us to allow tomorrow, let tomorrow take care of itself. Now, how many of you work out? I'm not really sure if you guys would tell me the truth, but I've worked out off and on during my lifetime. So if you are someone who works out, you know that a barbell allows us, when we're working out, to do many things. Much like our faith allows us to do many things. When you're working out with a barbell, it allows you to bench press, it allows you to shoulder press, it allows you're able to do curls with that barbell. The strength of the bar allows you to do several things while conditioning, strengthening, and building your stamina, much like our faith. If we would allow our faith to be our barbell, then we would be strengthened. Our faith and our trust in the Lord would strengthen us, would give us strength to carry the weight and the burdens that life brings our way. It takes a certain level of stamina to carry weight and to simply stand on your faith, because we know faith is the substance of things not seen. You can't see your faith, but it is something that is embedded deep within the depths of your soul, that you know that God's got you, that He's carrying your weight, that He's moving you through the situation, and that with every weight that is continually brought to the forefront and put on you as a burden to carry, that the Lord is leading and guiding your way, and that He'll never leave you and He'll never forsake you. When you're carrying weight, you're carrying COVID, you're carrying homelessness, you're carrying illnesses, you're carrying the prayers of others, you're carrying joblessness, you're carrying the things that your children are going through. You are carrying the death and loss of loved ones and those that are around you. But faith will help you carry the weight. God's heart towards us is that our faith shall be increased, that we will begin to trust Him with all of our being, Trust him to the point of relinquishing control. When you get a diagnosis from the doctor, this is an example of knowing that you have no control. Many have asked, whose report will you believe? Because when you're getting a report from the doctor, either you're going to stand, let your faith stand, and show forth the stamina that it has built up through every time that God has saved you and that he has walked with you. Whose report will you follow? Will you begin to trust the Lord? Trust God on today. I just wanted to jump on here and share this with you because it truly hurts my heart to see people get to the point where they are abandoning their faith in God, where they're questioning, why did God allow this to happen? The reality of it is that we know that we live in an imperfect world. We know that things are going to happen. Illness is going to occur. We're going to have a loss of loved ones. We're going to suffer a little while. But the Bible tells us that if we suffer with him, we'll reign with him. So trust God on today. Relinquish your control. Allow the Lord to move you, guide you, strengthen you. Stand on your faith. Don't waver. Be like a tree that's planted by the rivers of living water. Don't be moved by the waves that are coming your way. Don't be moved by the weights that are being put on your back. Stand. Stand on what you know. Stand on what you believe. And know that God has given us power. Power to tread on serpents and scorpions, over all the power of the enemy. And his word tells us in Luke 10 and 19 that nothing shall harm us. But how do we get this power? How do we get the power that allows us to be able to tread and to be in a place where we're carrying weight, but it's not hurting us? How do we get this power? We get this power by trusting in the Lord. Your trust in God will build your faith, and your faith, and the stamina that is built upon your faith precedes the power that gives you the authority, that gives you what it takes to tread on serpents and scorpions. Amen. So on today, be encouraged. Be encouraged. Build your faith. Build your faith by trusting God. Hiding the word in your heart. I'm not just saying read the word. In this time, in these days, we need to be hiding the word in our hearts. We need to trust God. Relinquish control. When you relinquish control, then you're saying, Lord, I trust you. I trust you with my life, with my family, with my children. I trust you through COVID, Lord. I trust you. When you relinquish control, it is a sign that you are beginning to increase your faith in the Lord, which precedes power. So on today, I just want to say, may the Lord bless you, keep you. May you begin to trust the Lord. I'll make a declaration on today. I declare on today, in the name of Jesus, that you will relinquish your power. You will relinquish your control. And you will begin to trust the Lord so that you may carry the weight with the power and authority that he has given us in Luke 10 and 19 to tread upon serpents, and that no thing shall hurt you. Thank you, and God bless you. And if this video has touched your heart, share it with someone else on today. God bless you.